Guys, I'm back with a new video related to the stock market. So without any further ado, let's begin today's channel. So let us start analyzing the stocks on daily basis today. So first, the major stock moves today was, or major stock movers, major stock was showing a movement from the past 5-6 days is this Info Edge. Over the past 5 days, it has given 9% return, and over the past 1 month, it has given 17% return. And the major reason behind why the stock is giving a good return is that the stock is currently in race to enter the Nifty 50 along with the DMART. So, in the what do you say? In comparison to DMART and Info Edge, this Info Edge is slightly in a better position because this sector is kind of a unique stock. I mean, this stock is going to invest in the startups, and in Nifty companies as a whole, there are not much companies which are present directly to invest in some startups. For the best example for the Info Edge investment in the startup is Policybazaar and Zomato. And Zomato is going to be listed in the National Stock Exchange by next year. So, and the company has 18% market share. 18% of the total market share or total shareholding in Zomato. So, when it is going to be listed, obviously there is very high probability that it is going to be listed at a premium price. So, when it is listed at a premium price, obviously the intrinsic value of the investment in Zomato is going to increase, and it is going to indirectly benefit the Info Edge stock. So the shareholders or the investors are already discounting it, so they are trying to give the stock a pretty high valuations. So the PVE of the stock has given a wonderful rally over the past 1 year, 19%. It is not a rally, but over the past 5 years, it has given a wonderful rally. And one more thing which I'd like to insist is that one more stock, DMART. For example, I'd like to say my experience about DMART. Today, I went on for a shopping in DMART to buy some groceries and some pillows. So, and this now itself, over the past 2-3 weeks, the government has given some unlock 2.0 guidelines wherein the people can go out. But in DMART, actually it's entirely different. People, there is no place to stand at a point, or there is no place to move around. It was a small 5,000 or 6,000 square foot shopping complex, but there was some 800 to 900 people in that complex shopping here and there. And you can just imagine their business model. Everything was available cheap, so they are trying to sell good products at lower margins. So when the volume of their sale is pretty high, obviously they'll try to cope up with the profitability, keeping the margins less. Over the past 1 year, it has given 30% return. Well, it is still hovering around because it has not made a presence in online business. Well, Reliance has made a presence in online business through JioMart, and there are other major market players, online players like Flipkart and Amazon, etc. So this stock is set to make an online presence. Well, the company has said that it is going to make an online presence over the next 2 or 3 years, and it has set aside some 2-3 shopping complex in Mumbai to serve that purpose. But the plan is still going on, and the plan is not going in a fast pace. So investors are not giving the stock a pretty, are not interested in the stock because it is not focusing much on online business. But this stock has been trading at this higher valuations. The PE of the stock is 162. Okay, and over the past 5 years, it has given a profitability, percentage of 400% return. And the stock has been listed 2017 itself, and the IPO price of this stock was around 300 rupees, and from 300 it has given, we can say the stock has given a multi-bagger returns of 10%. So this stock is also in contest, or it is ready to enter this time, and there is no shopping sector, or there is no competitor for DMart as such. Well, there is JioMart, but JioMart is not there in the market for to serve that purpose. Reliance is there, and JioMart is just a part of Reliance. It is one among the subsidiaries. So, but DMart is a kind of a stock where which serves the whole purpose of shopping, e-commerce, commerce business. So we like to say that this a kind of unit stock, and this nifty NSE people might prefer to give a chance to this new sector which is booming up. I mean, new retail sector which is going to boom up in the future. So they'd like to add some stocks because life insurance sector is still negligible in India comparing to their market share. But the NSE people or the boarding committee people have already looked upon the valuations or the future trend, and they have given two stocks, HDFC Life and ICICI Prudential Life, already have given two stocks a place in the Nifty 50. So this might be a booming sector as well, because we have seen the success of Walmart in America, right? And no one wants to know about Walmart. I mean, everyone knows about Walmart and its success story. I mean, it has been stated that if a particular Walmart store opens up in a city or a town, over the next 1 or 2 years, hundreds of other shops close within the 2 or 3 kilometer radius of that shop. So this is a disrupting business with low margin business. So, and they have this opportunity, or they have this advantage to sell some products lower than the cost price, so they can incur losses in some products so that they could attract customers into their place and then increase the, I mean, this is called as the loss leader pricing model, which has been followed by Walmart. So by selling a particular product at a less than cost price, they can attract the customers to their marketplace. And you know, Indian mentality, right? We get attracted to things by seeing it. So if people go to their place for shopping that particular product, but eventually they end up buying some more things, more of the other things, looking at their prices or discount rate, etc. So this is the business strategy followed by most of the retail companies, normal to Amazon, because in the beginning they'll give you good discounts, but after that, after some time, you get used to it, and you will buy it even though the price increases. You will buy it. For example, the best example is Zomato and Ola. In the beginning, they used to give 50 or 60% discounts, and they were burning cash. But after some time, you are so used to it, because now people, I mean, earlier ordering a food to home was considered a luxury, or booking a cab was considered as a luxury. But now it is just a part and parcel of life. Even a common man or a poor man with a smartphone can book it and even go it. I mean, the price is also similar as an auto. The price is 12 or 13 rupees per kilometer, and Ola it might be a little bigger, because in auto you can accommodate only 3 persons, but in Ola you can take 4%, so which is a direct increase on 33% of the accommodation. Yeah, this is all I wanted to say. Well, both are unique. The one particular stock is unique because it invests in startups, and there is no much company which solely accomplishes that purpose. And in the same way, DMart, there is no retail company as a whole in the Nifty 50, and there is not much competition in this sector as well, because Reliance, in this offline sector, there is not much organized competition. Reliance Retail is there, and even Tata as a trend is there, but it is not making much market presence, or it is not in that boom. Okay, so, and DMart is like a Walmart. It's just like a market leader, and Reliance Retail is there, and JioMart is still growing, and we have to wait and see the business of JioMart. If it grows, then it will be a major headache for DMart. So let's wait and see. And even if both of the stock gets a place in the Nifty 50, we'll be very happy, because it has happened before. I mean, now it has been saying that Indian Oil and Coal India is going to make an exit from the stock market, and Coal India has not given positive return since its inception. I mean, I'm saying inception refers to IPO here. I mean, wait, let us check over here. COL, Coal India. Coal India was listed in Coal India was listed on 2010. Okay, at that time the share price was 348. Now it is almost halved, less than halved, 64% negative return. And one thing what this retail investor get attracted is because of its dividend rate. Dividend rate is just wonderful. It's around 16%. So people have a mentality, right? If I invest in this stock, I'll get a good return of 16%. So why should I leave it? So that might be a major reason where here you can get to know about the dividend yield of the stock. Wait, dividend yield is 10%, which is pretty much greater than what the bank FDs give. The maximum interest rate you get from the government is through PEF, which is about 7.1%. And normally bank rates never go above 5% rate of interest because of the decrease in the repo rate. So this is all I wanted to say today. Both the stocks are good. If you invest in both the stocks, it will be definitely good. And I take a leave, guys. Bye.